Hey guys, it's Carly, and this is my husband Marshall, and welcome to High Country Homesteading. Today we are just doing an intro video on our chicken coop build series coming up, and we wanted to share with you some preliminary information about our coop, what it's going to look like, measurements, things that we took into consideration that we wanted to make sure our coop had, and all that good stuff. So we're going to share that with you today. And actually, as of right now that we're filming this, our first set of chicks are supposed to be hatching tomorrow. So that means that we have a serious deadline, because those chicks in about 6 to 8 weeks are going to need to get out of the brooder and outside into this coop. And so we have a hard deadline, and I think we can get it all done. 8 weeks sounds like a lot of time, but when you have full-time jobs and 2 little toddlers, it's not that much time at all, because everything takes a lot of time to do, especially when you're running around after children. So we do the best we can doing things together, and we do a lot of things separately, but give a helping hand where we can. So I think 8 weeks is doable.
It has to be done.
It has to be done.
Chicken math has set in. What she's leaving out is there's more chicks coming 8 weeks after this batch.
Yeah.
So we want to free the brooder up.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of our deadline. So we don't have to have more space in the basement taken up with another brooder and chicks.
Yes. So the first batch of chickens needs somewhere to go, and the chicken coop needs to be built by that time. So we are getting started.
So we are by no means professionals. We've never worked in the trades in any capacity. We have, however, done extensive home renovations and small projects here and there, and fencing, and we recently built a tree fort playhouse type thing with swings attached to it and whatnot. So we have enough experience under our belt to build a structure outside. So our coop is going to be 6 foot wide, and in total it's going to be 24 feet long. 16 feet of that is going to be run, and the coop space is actually going to be a shed and coop, dual purpose to store everything that has to do with the chickens. We don't want to have to move things from the basement or the house. We don't have any other outbuildings at this property. So when we buy stuff in bulk at the feed store or whatnot, we just want to put it straight into its own shed that's attached to the coop, and it'll just be self-contained. So
yeah, and the shed will include probably some gardening tools as well, because it's very near the garden, only a few feet away. So we'll probably have extra potting soil, garden tools, gloves, things like that in the shed as well. So that'll be nice and handy.
So of that 24 feet, it'll be 16 feet is run space, and then there'll be 8 foot of structure, and that will be divided right down the middle, and it'll be 4x6 coop and 4x6 shed portion. There'll be a man door and a window on the shed portion, and then the coop is going to be set up for deep litter method. So it'll have that easy clean out system that you see where you drop down. You could go like 2 years if you were doing everything perfect with deep litter method, but we're probably going to clean it out a couple times a year, just so she can use it in the garden and whatnot, and we're not going to maintain it probably to a T. So we'll probably clean it out a little bit more often. But that's kind of the way we're going to set that up. We'll have plenty of ventilation. It's kind of some windows that I make myself that'll be on the coop. I'm just going to buy the window for the shed just to let some more light in on that side. And then our roof system is just going to be metal roofing. It's going to run the entire length of that 24 feet. So the whole run that I'm making right now is going to have a roof over it. If we want to expand the run one day, we could expand it just with hardware cloth. But this part of the run is going to be nice. It's going to be completely roofed with metal sheet roofing. I designed it actually to where the metal sheet roofing doesn't have to be cut. I have no desire to cut metal roofing, so kind of made it all to length to where all of my panels are just gonna overhang perfect, like a foot on the front, foot on the back, and off each side. No cuts made.
We plan on free ranging our chickens, but we do like to go on vacation. So we want to make sure that I have a nice long covered run to be safe in while we may not be here.
Extremely self-sustaining. We want to, our goal would be, even though we'll still probably have a dog sitter and someone who could come get the eggs out, we want to know that like that person doesn't even have to feed or water the chickens. Like I'm going to have everything completely automated, set up with enough time to go on a vacation. Those are just some of the things I took into consideration when I was sketching all this up. Made a lot of scribbles, and this is kind of where we landed for various reasons. One of the most complicated parts about our build is going to be the fact that we don't really have any flat space on the property, and we're kind of up on a mountain. We call it a hill, but we're in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and we are at the top of our hill. So we're on quite a slope. I believe when I was first looking at the spot that we liked, just over the 6-foot width that we're going to create, there was like a 14.5-inch drop, which actually surprised me. So we're doing sonotubes, and we're going to fill those with concrete. Those will be our footers, so it'll be kind of a pier and beam type construction, and I'm not going to worry about grading the ground at all. Leave the hill the way the hill is. Don't have to hire someone to come in and regrade and reseed and make sure the water's flowing the right way. Just go ahead and build it and don't care about the hill. It's going to seem like a little bit of overkill, but we don't want it sliding down the hill, and we do not want it blowing across the yard because we get wind gusts anywhere from 50 to, I think we've seen 80 here. We've been here about a year, and we've definitely seen 80. So we get quite a bit of wind ripping through this area when we get storms. So we have no desire to have all this work just get blown across the yard. The foundation portion is going to seem like a little bit of overkill, but it'll be here in 10 years.
Yeah. And the steep grade is a unique challenge, and I think we overcame it quite well, and it took a lot of thinking, a lot of math and geometry and angles and things like that to get everything just right. But if you have a similar situation where you don't have flat ground, hopefully we can show you how we overcame it.
Yep. I think we came up with a pretty solid system.
So yeah, that's our plans, and we're excited to get started, and we would love for you to join us and come along. So make sure you hit subscribe, and we'll be having probably a chicken coop build video out every week, and anything else that I post will be an additional video that week. So that's our goal, so that we can continue to prioritize the coop and stay on task. And I think it's a good goal, and I think if we go that route, we'll be able to get it done in time. So chickens are coming, and we're excited, and I hope it all goes well. Anything else?
I mean, we'll build them somewhere to live. Whether it looks nice or not is probably the biggest question.
Yeah.
It's not going to go anywhere.
It'll be sturdy, and that's all we know so far. All right. Well, thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, I'm Carly. This is my husband, Marshall. And
I just immediately lost it. This isn't going to go well.
Yes, it is.
Am I supposed to do? I can do it. I can
just
talk.
Smile and look at me.
I can't do that.
Just have a pleasant look on your face.
Active phone. Oh.
Are you ready?
I guess. I'm gonna laugh again.
Ready? Stop. We wanted to give you some preliminary. Oh man.
And I'm gonna do it. Oh, guys. I can't get up.